Oh, what's happened?
Hold on. Okay.
Are we on now?
Go.
Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to Wednesday morning.
Good morning, 7A. I'm pretty sure it's just 7A. Hey.
9Z.
Oh, and 9Z, they're all over it. And you didn't see the intro bit, but that's because we didn't stream it, but we did play it, so yeah.
You'll see it tomorrow morning.
As you can see, guys, we have a special guest.
Yeah.
She's like 80% of people's favourite person on campus. Who are you, just so they know?
Sure. So most of you know who I am. So my name's Janelle and I'm a school counsellor and I've been here nearly 4 years now, so I know many of you.
Oh, cool. 4
Yeah.
years. That's awesome.
She knows many of you, but you're about to find out what she had for breakfast.
So my breakfast is pretty much the same every day. It always includes eggs. So today was eggs on toast.
Poached, fried,
Boiled today.
boiled eggs.
Yeah.
Soft boiled.
Yes, of course.
Oh,
And
I
then
love
you
soft
sit it in a
boiled eggs.
little cup and you knock the top
No,
off.
I don't. I just
Oh.
scoop it out
Okay.
and spread it on my toast. But
Yum.
I did bring breakfast for you guys in the Chaplaincy Hub today.
Oh my goodness,
Wow,
that
that's
is
so
so
good.
sweet. You are easily becoming our favourite guest on the show.
I had
Love
heard
you,
that
Tiana.
Goss sometimes doesn't have lunch, so
This
I
is
thought
true.
this might be
yeah.
like a brunch for you
Correct.
guys. Yeah,
This is true. Thank you so much.
And I wouldn't say sometimes. I would
a
say
lot.
Every time.
never. That's lunch.
Never. I don't have time for it. But you know what? I'm thinking that maybe
Thank you.
we give one away
Okay, yeah.
to the first person from a homeroom to get here.
To come here.
Oh, wait,
cool.
but they might not be allowed to run out.
Okay, well.
If they're allowed to run
If
out.
you're allowed to run
I
out.
think someone from 7A will be allowed to.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
that's about
7.
it.
That's a-
no, 9.
that's
a quite a
9Z.
run.
Where's 9Z when they're on homeroom? I don't know. Anyway, while some kids are climbing over each other to get here to get a free muffin, we just thought we might ask some serious questions like, have you seen anything good
Yeah.
come out of the current COVID-19 pandemic situation?
Yeah. So obviously initially we saw all this panic set in, the panic buying, and I guess for me I could understand on some level people were just trying to get control because they're in a situation where they felt that they had no control, they didn't know what was coming. For me personally, and I think this resonates with a lot of people, is I've enjoyed the slowing down. So I'm the kind of person who rushes, we've got a
Yes! That is
Get in
awesome!
here.
Come on
You
in,
can
say hi,
choose. You
say
can
hi,
choose.
say
Here's
hi.
the winner.
Hey everyone.
So
Harry won.
awesome! Good
What
on
do
you, Harry.
You want
Which
chocolate
one
or
don't you want?
blueberry? We just
what
want you to
flavours
get
are
it out
they?
of the shop.
chocolate,
You're in our
blueberry,
shop, Harry.
apple, and maybe there's a white chocolate and something.
I
Okay.
think that you
White
will
chocolate and
like this one
raspberry.
best.
Alright, I'll take your recommendation, Mr. Goss.
Give him the chocolate.
Chocolate.
Good one.
Enjoy.
That
Show
looks
the screen.
amazing.
All right.
Shout out to the
Yeah.
morning show.
Sorry, 7A. Sorry, 7A.
Thanks, Harry.
People
That's
watching.
awesome.
Thank you.
See ya. Have a good day, mate. What a
See,
win.
people are watching.
So sorry,
Yeah,
you're
so
in the middle
slowing
of
down.
something.
Slowing
So
down.
slowing
Yeah,
down.
that
So
was
I'm
awesome.
the kind of person that's always racing, particularly for my kids.
Yeah.
Soccer, drama lessons, music lessons, stuff that I want to do. And so it's just given us time as a family to stop.
Yeah. That's so
Yeah,
good.
so that's been a blessing for me, and I think it has for a lot of people. I think people will start to reevaluate
Yeah.
what
they
things are
feel.
priorities.
Yeah, what they feel they're
I was
like.
actually talking to my friend who's also got 2 kids, probably around the same age as yours, and she was saying that exact same thing. She's like, I think we're just going to have to really prioritize what's actually important, because otherwise we can fill every moment of every day with stuff to do.
Correct. And I think we don't stop and really be really present in the now.
Yeah.
And I'm coming to 9Z today to actually do some mindfulness. So
Beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, and I think that's important, just to stop and appreciate rather than let just life just slip by real quick.
Yeah,
because we're
absolutely.
busy. Yeah.
For sure.
Now,
So
people
cool.
have been having a bit of trouble getting haircuts, I've heard. And I hear there's a story.
Yeah, well, I think it's a funny story.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I think one of the things that has been quite funny about COVID is the ISO haircuts. And so my husband, some of you do know him, is very apprehensive about going to the hairdresser and has been the whole time and is going to be for a while. And so he's been getting our near 12-year-old daughter to clipper his hair.
Okay.
But the other day, because he's been working at home, he had to go start to go back on site, and so a lot more. So we needed a tidy up, and so he's got my daughter to clip his hair. It's like, I need it, short around the sides, behind the ears. Can I do it? Because he didn't trust the 12-year-old.
Oh.
And I'm like, yeah, sure. And so I've started to cut around the side and the back, but on one side I went a little bit too high.
He's
And
got
it's
what, a
very
half a mohawk?
very uneven on the side. Like I've gone way up here, and
Oh my God.
there was no going back. And so
Yeah.
he knew when I started to mutter some words under my breath that it
It's
wasn't
over.
good. And so he's got inside to go and check it out. And my son, who is 10, who hadn't been part of this haircut thing at all,
Yeah.
just
Fair
says, Dad,
point.
why is one of the sides of your head square?
Oh.
So, and he actually got teased at work yesterday. So
Oh, no.
it is a bit funny to just see the hairdos that have been coming out of
That is
COVID.
so
So
funny.
the first kid to get here gets a free haircut from Janelle.
Obviously not my skill.
No, righto,
I
fair
did
enough.
the same with my son as well, and then we had a big Zoom with our family, and I ended up giving a bit of a bald spot right here, and he was looking down on the screen, and someone from the family said, "What's going on with Hunter's hair?" And I was like, "What?" Like I lifted his head up and I tried to cover it, and there was no coming back from it.
Oh, and my hair's perfect, so great.
That's a great one.
Usually we like to finish with a particular question, but
Yeah.
before we do that, I think we might throw to you, Janelle.
Mhm.
Do you have some tips for us at the moment for our well-being, for our mental health?
Yeah.
I think we can't go past stuff that seems really basic, and so things like getting adequate sleep. And I know a lot of students particularly really struggle with getting to bed on time for lots of varied reasons. So if you're a student who does go to bed, midnight, later, I know a lot of you do, and to bring it back earlier just seems to be like a huge step. Just bring it back in increments, smaller increments, 15 minutes here and there, and so sleep is definitely important. We all know that we can be pretty cranky when we haven't had good sleep. Eating well, making sure you exercise, staying connected is really important. I know some people have found that to be quite a struggle because they really actually love the face-to-face engagement and have missed that. So looking for opportunities to connect, but also to try and just be aware of your warning signs and your triggers. So if you notice that your heart's beating a little bit faster, you're feeling a little bit comfortable in the tummy, stopping and thinking, what's that about? And considering whether there's a different perspective. So an example, if I've got time, that I often talk to students about is, if you walk past someone and you wave hello to them and they don't respond, a lot of students will say back to me, their first thought is, I've done something wrong, they don't like me, what have I done? And that really kind of dictates their interaction next time they see that person because they've got that thought in their mind. But just stopping and thinking, could I see something from a different perspective? Maybe they just didn't hear me. Maybe they're just daydreaming in their own world. And so if I think like that, my interaction with them will be different next time.
Good.
Yeah, so just, considering perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just about to wrap up this show, and if you could just tell us maybe in about 20 or 30 seconds what you would tell your teen self.
I would tell my teen self to accept myself with my flaws, my strengths, my qualities much earlier than what I did.
That's
Oh,
so
that is
good.
really
I
good.
love that.
It's
That's really
a
good.
perfect way to finish.
Yeah.
But then Mr. Anderson texted me and I have a picture of someone with an ISO haircut. So actually I think we should send in your pics this week for chapel. Send in your ISO haircuts. Are you ready? Who is that guy? You do not win a muffin. Sorry, Sam.
Is this someone from school?
Yeah, Sam Anderson.
I think he deserves a muffin.
Okay, Sam,
Yeah.
you get a muffin because that's pretty bad. Who did that? Look at that, that's shocking. All right,
Wow.
let's sign off, eh?
All right.
Now
see
that
you
we've
guys.
torn someone to bits. Have
Thank
a
you,
great
Janelle,
day,
for
everybody.
coming. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Pleasure.
Bye.